Packed halls and furious passengers. The scene today at the Norman Manley International Airport because of delays spawned by Hurricane Irene. The hurricane has led to the cancellation of many flights heading to the east coast of the United States, in particular a major gateway, New York. But the furious storm isn't what left passengers living in its wake. Instead, it's Caribbean Airlines, as Donnell Christian reports.
Stranded, sleeping in hallways, waiting in long lines, and little or no word from Caribbean Airlines. Those were just some of the discomforts and complaints from the airline passengers. Some have been at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston since Friday night, others since Saturday and last night. The passengers say they understand that Irene is a natural phenomenon and why the flights to and from John F. Kennedy Airport in New York had to be cancelled. But what's turning their disappointment into anger is that, according to them, the airline poorly managed the situation, which leaves some of them without a flight back home until about September 9.
They're telling us that we're supposed to leave here September 9th. We live in New York. We have our jobs to go back to. We have schools. Children going back to school. So they are just trying to help us out now. But earlier on, we were definitely stranded and we are very, very upset.
The passengers complained that some airline staff were rude and travelers got little information about their next flight up north.
Why can't they put on an extra plane to accommodate the backlog of traffic, passengers, to get them moving? This is ridiculous. They told me when I called after 5 hours of calling non-stop, dialing, that they won't get me out of here until September 8th. That is totally unacceptable. I mean, their customer service stinks, and I tell you right now, when I get back home, they'll be hearing from me, number one, and number two, I will never travel on them again. I will never, ever even recommend anyone to use that airline.
However, according to Head of Corporate Communications at Caribbean Airlines, Laura Asbjornsen, there isn't much the airline can do about the cancellations. Ms. Asbjornsen also told our news center that the airline has to await clearance from the airport authority at JFK to clear additional flights. Meanwhile, some passengers were fortunate and were able to leave Kingston today. An aircraft was commissioned to fly to JFK specifically to accommodate the backlog of passengers.
What Caribbean Airlines is doing right now is to facilitate their passengers on a different aircraft. In fact, a larger aircraft is coming up from Trinidad to accommodate those persons going to JFK. What we are asking the passengers to do, just to bear with the airline. They're having some difficulties, but they're doing their best to accommodate the passengers.
Donnell Christian, TVJ News.